Welcome back to the channel. If you are trying to get more views on eBay, here are the steps you need to follow. Number one, I want you to craft an honest description that sells. Listen, I don't care how great your product is. I don't care how wonderful everything is. If you have a crappy description, you're not going to get views on eBay, and you're not going to sell. Very important. So you want to make sure that your product stand out from thousands of products on eBay, or even millions for that matter. So you need to write a compelling product description, boss. Very important. Your description must be what? Effective, efficient, and appealing. Remember those three words. I want you to remember it. Write them down. Your description must be effective, efficient, and appealing to the customer. And the thing here, when we talk about appealing, we are speaking about granularity also, the details that matter. I'm not talking about trivial details. No, I'm speaking about details that are important to your shopper, because the shopper is the one making the ultimate decision. Okay, so think about your product description as an opportunity to build trust. And trust is what drives a potential buyer to purchase from your store. Boss, this is what I want you to do. Think about that. Now, how do you write that description? Make it easy to skim and read. Okay? Use lists. You want to keep all the points in your list short. No more than one sentence each. Limit all paragraphs to 3 sentences or less. This is not an academic paper here. No. Keep it concise and precise. Use a variety of sentence structures. Favor short sentences. It has to be short. Okay? You want to separate the sections of your descriptions with headings. Very important. So when we talk about making it easy to skim and read, you also need to keep it short. Boss, keep it short. Keep it short. Right to sell. Okay? A call to action. This is not a lethargic description. You want to write something that is engaging, that will actually push, that will trigger a sense of a desire within the buyer, within the shopper, so they can buy your products anyway. That's all you care about, right? And you want to actually cater to Cassini. You know Cassini? Cassini is eBay's search engine, their algorithm that looks for the best description among other things. So you want to cater to that Cassini, okay? Don't hide the bad news. Be honest here, okay? Don't break any rule. Don't try to really play games with eBay's platform. Not a way, they will kick you out. You don't want that anyway. You want to get your eBay listings in more than one category. Okay, that's totally possible. So what I'm trying to say here is that just play by the rules. You want to have a compelling description, a very, very catchy description. Don't play any games that will kick your ass out. You don't want that. So first thing first, you want to create a description that sells. Step number 2, I want you to optimize your listings, boss. Really important. So after you wrote your description, that's fine. But if you have a description that sells, but you are not optimizing your listings, it's not going to help you. I spoke to you earlier about eBay's Cassini. That search engine is very important. Now, keyword is one of the most important SEO factors to get more views on your eBay listing. So the title for your eBay products must contain the keywords that the customer searches as a listing query. Okay. However, remember that your product title should contain the exact information related to your selling commodity. Don't try to actually play the game by actually stuffing keyword stuffing is really bad anyway on Google, on eBay, on Amazon, and whatnot. Okay. One thing I want to say here is that there are two things you want to think about when we talk about optimizing your listings. We are speaking about 2 categories of eBay SEOs. We have seller specific SEO, and you have your product specific SEO. The thing here is that you have to think about what really works for you. If you do seller specific SEO, that means you are focusing on your store. Now that's kind of good if you are an established seller, but if you're a rookie, you want to go for the second option, which is the product specific SEO. What does that mean? Let's just break it down. And I want you to take some notes here. So your products, whom does your product cater to? Who is your target audience? Number 1, what kind of terms are they putting into the eBay search bar? Okay, what is the intention here? See, it's all about intention. For instance, you might be thinking, I'm selling yoga mats, okay, but some shoppers may not enter yoga mats. They might enter like wellness mats or something similar. So it's important to analyze the customer journey to have a clear idea of what kind of SEO terms you need to focus on. This is really important. Remember, when we speak about SEO, we have to think about the keywords, right? eBay allows the title length to be up to 80 characters. It is monumental in increasing your product's visibility and ranking when you use those 80 characters proficiently. So what I want you to do here is that the title can be long enough with all essential keywords so that the your eBay SEO will work. Okay. Again, do not try to actually play the system, play by the rules. Okay. And make sure you don't have, because if your listings are not optimized, you're not getting views. And you don't want that. You don't want that. I don't want that. Step number 3, boss. I want you to take awesome photos. I want you to use wonderful photos. The whole thing is that we live in a world where it's so important. People actually look at pictures. Some shoppers will actually be drawn to your pictures, and don't actually be a stingy ass when it comes to investing in the quality of your pictures. Okay, you can show up at the top of every search, but if you have crappy photos, guess what? Your competitors will get all the views, and that's bad, boss. You don't want that. You don't want that. Think about all the hard work. Think about all the work that you did, and here you are. You have a wonderful product description. You have a wonderful product, but your photos suck. And this is just something. So listen, like most eBay sellers, you probably have room to improve your photography, but you might think that you don't have the time, budget, or talent to do any of those. That's just not true. You can take professional looking photos on a small budget. Okay, try the following. You can use a tripod and a self-timed camera to take hands-free photos to avoid camera shake. Take and use high-resolution images. Use a clean background, ideally a light box or a smooth sheet of a white cloth. If you cannot afford professional lighting, take photos outside or near clean windows, or on sunny days. Late morning and early afternoon offer the most even lighting. Okay, now you have to understand, photos are really important because we live in a visual world. Okay, this year and even more, images and galleries play an important role when it comes to helping you stand out on the platform. And the cool thing is, if you have, let's say you take lower resolution pictures, or the quality is not really that good, instead of paying like somebody locally to fix the photos for you, you can go online. We have clients who do this. You can go online on platforms as diverse as Fiverr. You can go to Upwork. You can go to TopTal. You can go to freelancer.com, and you can have a graphic designer who will actually retouch your photos. Okay, and that's what you need. That's actually the cheapest path for you. Okay, and eBay allows you to add up to 12 images per product. So it's really ideal for including more than 6 to 8 photos per listing. List as many photos as possible, boss. Do not really stick to 1 or 2. You don't want that. You want to give access to you want to let your shoppers know how many, you want to show many angles of the product to your shoppers. Step number 4. I want you, if you want to get more views on eBay, you want to price perfectly. Gone are the days of saying, listen, I'm just going to price right and everything will be fine. No. eBay is as competitive today as it was yesterday. And the whole thing here is that price continues to make an enormous difference. Okay, with the arrival of let's say nowadays we have product-based shopping, so people they can actually filter. You know, like when you search for a product and when you go to on the result page, you can actually filter by price, low to high or high to low, or you can even set the prices that you are looking for. And folks really can search. They can actually sort products by price. You don't want that. You don't want to be in the higher category. Okay, so knowing how to price an eBay products will get you more views both before and after the updates. Okay, and after you update your listings. So there are 3 ways price can get you more views on eBay. Number 1, listings with prices eBay considers competitive will rank higher in best match searches. Okay, so this is the first thing. Psychologically appealing prices get more clicks. So there are 2 common strategies here. You want to use numbers that have fewer syllables when read out loud, and then trying to keep the digits on the left low. Okay, and one thing I want to say here is what you also can try having the lowest price. This will get you more views. One thing I want to say though, when it comes to price, you don't want to engage in a race to the bottom. In other words, you are fighting, you are basically, you have a lot of rivals. You're selling the same product that maybe gazillions of people are selling. Okay, but how do you actually stand out? How do you stand out? I mean, do you want to stand out on products, on description, on price, on photos and whatnot? It's totally up to you. But the whole thing is that you want to actually price competitively, okay? Because it's really not worth it if you have all those goodies and your price just is not good. So, boss, quick question. Big decision time. What are you pricing right now? What is your pricing strategy right now? Talk to me. If you're an eBay seller and you are not getting views on your store, what are you doing in terms of price? Are you pricing midway? Are you pricing at the bottom? Are you pricing at the top? What are you pricing? Talk to me about that. Number 5, if you are trying to get more views on your eBay store, boss, I really want you right now to start delivering excellent service. Oh yeah. See, the whole thing is that everybody focuses on price, description. That's good. But if nobody's buying your products, or if they buy your products, they don't want to come back, then you're losing business. If your customer retention is very low, you need to start working on that. Okay. And the whole thing here is that you want to put customer service first, boss. Very important. Customer service affects your view counts more than almost anything else on eBay. What's going to happen here is that Cassini that I told you about, that wonderful lady or dude, whatever you call, whatever you call the search engine, whatever gender you attribute to the search engine. What I'm trying to say here is what eBay's algorithm are just going to see how well your content performs, vis-a-vis viewers, vis-a-vis the shoppers, and they are going to rank you. Okay, this is really important. So when we talk about customer service, we're speaking about you replying quickly and well to every buyer's message. Okay, if you start doing that, eBay will prioritize your listings and you will get more views. You want to improve continually your customer service. Okay, and eBay's algorithm makes sure that you are getting credit for what you're doing. Okay, and remember, you also need to think about other ways to improve your customer service. For example, you can offer guaranteed delivery and free shipping if it works for you. Okay. In other words, you can actually mark up the price so you can give a free shipping, but you mark up your price so that you already have you can account for the shipping in the price itself. Okay. Because what you want to do here is you want to get a lot more views. Okay, and if you do this, you also can get indirectly protection against certain refund requests. Okay, and so this is really good. And what's going to happen here is that you are going to have a repeat business. That's what you need anyway. Repeat business. Once you get that, you are establishing the rapport that you need with your shoppers so that they can keep coming back and back and back, boss. And so this is the foundation that you should establish for your eBay business. If you are trying to get more views, you need to get to in a situation where you are constantly working on your customer service and constantly working on your shipping terms also. Now, here is a bonus for you. If you have made it so far, I just want to say that it's really important to be accurate and not cheat. I've said this before, but I just feel like I need to repeat this. The whole thing is never try to game the system. Don't. It's really, really not worth it. It's not. See, the thing is, it takes years to build a reputation, to build a good store on eBay, and it takes 1 second or 2 seconds just to lose that reputation, to tarnish your reputation and not sell anything anymore, or get banned, get kicked out. Your ass will be kicked out of eBay, and you don't want that. So be on the right side of the law. Be on the right side of eBay terms and terms of service. Okay, don't put your item in irrelevant categories. Don't use unrelated keywords. Don't try to dodge the eBay catalog, okay? Because you might show up in more searches, but if your item is not what the buyer wanted, he won't click on them, or she will not click on them. That means no views for you. Worse, eBay will punish you if they notice, okay? So they may remove your listings. They may place limitations on your account. They may even suspend you from using the site. And the question is it really worth it? No, it's really not worth it. This is not a right way to do business anyway. You don't want to build your business strategy on a lie. You don't want to be you don't want to build your business strategy on something that is faulty, on non-compliance. No, do things, you want to play by the rules, okay? And when we talk about rules, those are really important because this will actually determine how you actually run your business in and out. So eBay takes a lot of things into account before showing you a search result. So customer feedback and ratings are one of search criteria, okay? And your compliance with eBay's TOS, terms of service, is another criterion that eBay thinks about. So non-compliance in the long run is going to damage your reputation, even if you're lucky enough to be not to be kicked out of the platform. So do not do this. And so one thing I want to say here is that spend more time in doing the right thing. All the 5 options that I gave you, make sure that you spend more time on actually implementing those, and you will see an uptick very quickly in your views, okay? Description, listings, photos, pricing, delivering excellent customer service. Those are really, really, really going to help you in the long run. Before I close today's conversation, let me just give you a few pro tips that will help you actually get more views also in the future. If you have the resources, I want you to think about promotions, okay? If you have some budget, an ad budget, you can probably think about advertising on the platform. Now, once the product gets listed on your eBay store, it is also necessary to promote your eBay listing. You can spend some amount on ads to get more clicks on the products, or you can start using eBay's promotion manager to get the promotion campaigns done. You may also use some free medium for advertising your products through your social media profiles, okay? eBay really just like draws all the traffic that you need anyway. So if you take care of the steps that I gave you, you should be fine. Now, let's talk about eBay advertising. Is it worth it? Is it not worth it? It really depends. In our research, we have found that eBay advertising is definitely worth it. Yes, it is worth it, but you got to know what you want, and you have to know what you're doing, okay? And not everyone needs eBay advertising to sell successfully on the platform. The need for ads depends on factors like your products, your pricing, customer feedback, and your current listing visibility, okay? And so this is what it is. Now, if you answer yes to any of the questions I'm going to ask you now, you should consider advertising. So are your listings getting pushed down? If yes, then think about advertising. Are you selling widely available products? If yes, then you really want to advertise, because if there are, let's say, 20 plus pages of the same product on eBay's search results, then you really want to advertise to come back on top. Are your prices within 5% of your competitors? If yes, then you really want to advertise. Do you have plenty of positive customer feedback? Then yes, you want to advertise. Are you selling seasonal items? If yes, then you want to consider eBay advertising. Okay, this is important because if you're selling seasonal items, you want to actually seize the 3 months or 2 months that you can make, let's say, your annual revenue. You don't want to wait for 1 year, okay? Just seize the opportunity. And if you have great products that no one is buying, also you can see there is an opportunity for advertising. So when we talk about eBay advertising, you are actually talking about 2 strategies, okay? eBay offers 2 main ways to advertise your products on their platform. So you have a promoted listing. So promoted listings, that's actually one way. And the other way is large brand advertisement. So in your case, you're not a large brand advertisement, so you probably go with promoted listings. So this is what it is. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just talking to you about how to get more views on eBay. And so I spoke to you about crafting a compelling description that sells, optimizing your listings, using awesome photos, pricing perfectly, delivering excellent service. Okay, don't cheat, be accurate, and you want to opt for promotions if this is great for you. Thank you for your attention. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.